guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is part craft day and part recycling day. But really most of my crafts are like that anyway, so no surprises there. I have a really old pair of ratty pants and they've been shrunken so many times that they're more like capris at this point. And because the summer's rolling around and I don't have any shorts, my goal is to take those pants and turn them into a super cool pair of distressed shorts. We'll see how this goes. Just a heads up for everyone that I have not actually done this before, which is really surprising to me because I try to reduce, reuse, and recycle everything possible. Probably I just wore my pants until they fell apart, so they never got a chance to be shorts anyway. That's besides the point. My point is that if you're looking for someone who has a ton of experience making cool shorts out of pants, that's not me. But if you want to see a newbie's attempt at doing it, go right ahead and watch this. Now, I could just make a regular old pair of shorts, but I'm me, so I want to distress and bedazzle one side of the shorts and leave the other side plain. I love asymmetrical style, in case you can't tell. This video is going to include me making the shorts, as well as distressing them and bedazzling them. Stay tuned and let's see how this goes. First things first. While I had these pants on, I made that first line to mark the length that I wanted them to be. I then measured out a second line parallel to that first mark, just to kind of show where to cut so that I would still have enough area to roll up to that first line. Then my first cut was just to cut off the legs at the knee, just to make things a little easier from here on out. Next, I made cuts on both the outer and inner seams of each leg. This is just so that you can cut the back and the front separately, since the marks most likely are not going to be in the same place on the front and the back. Then you cut along the second line that you made. You can probably notice here that it's a little diagonal on this pant leg. Yeah, mistake there. Don't do that. A tutorial that I saw said to make it a diagonal line, but that just did not work for the shorts I was making and made everything a lot harder. So here I was just trying to roll up that portion that I marked as. And once it was all rolled, this is what it looked like. I really should have measured a little bit more because they ended up being a little uneven. Life goes on. Now for the fun part, bedazzling the crazy side. I got these studs and then I just used my little sword thing, don't even ask where that came from, to make the puncture holes, and then I just put the studs through that and then bent the bottoms down with my thumb. I quickly realized that I didn't actually need to make initial holes because these jeans were so thin that I could actually just poke the studs right through. So I guess if your denim is worn out, you don't even need anything to poke holes with. There we go, with the studs all along the bottom. And then for the other leg without the studs, I just sewed down the rolled pieces and then I sewed the back of the studded leg. So here we go. I basically sewed the rolled piece everywhere except for where the studs went. Then I decided that I was going to add studs along the pocket line as well, so I just kind of mapped them out a little bit and then added them in. Now, it's worth noting that I was purposefully not making everything neat and even with the studs, but if you do want to make them neat and even, you can make a line with the chalk and then line up all of the studs along that line, just so that they're all even and you can really see better where they're going. But again, that's not the look I was going for, so I didn't really worry about it. Time for the fun part! I started the ripped section by just cutting a ton of lines in the area I kind of mapped out with the chalk. Looks like a little squiggly circle. I just did that again so I wouldn't have a ton of even, parallel, beautiful lines because that's not really what I want. Then I just took sections that I decided would be completely ripped and other sections which wouldn't. And for all of them, I made an initial fray just by rubbing the scissors against where I cut. For the really distressed sections, I pulled out all of the vertical threads. I used tweezers. I would just grab a thread or two or as many as I could and just pull them out. And I tried doing this in larger sections, but when the piece is too thick, it's really, really hard to do this. And yes, it takes a long time. Here's what they looked like after that, but I wasn't happy with it because they still looked a little neat and I wanted to show more of my tattoo. So again, with the scissors, I took the pieces that weren't totally distressed and I just went after them with the scissors. But this was doing it nicely. I was super aggressive about it and I wanted it to look like they had been destroyed. Then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pull out some more threads for fun. So I did that too. I basically just did everything I did the first time, but more and more intense to get to my final product. Ta-da! My finished shorts. Please excuse the dancing. I did not realize I was jamming a little bit, but here we go. We can see way more of my tattoo. We have our crazy side, and they are nice and comfy. Thanks for watching, guys. Super appreciate it. If you found it useful or enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and check out all the other videos I have on my channel. Maybe subscribe. I'm going to be trying a lot of clothing makeovers, really just because I have had all of these ideas for years and I always chickened out of trying them. But why not try now, right? See you next time.